Hey friend, this is Lilo Ready from Abstract Music Lab, and today I'm back here in the sound design channel. Today we're recreating a Pluck called Edges, and you can listen to it in solo without sidechain with the MIDI. Really wobbly now in context. I threw a bit of sidechain as well. Now, if you want to get this preset, you can get it over here in the description below. In the Serum 2 Techno Presets Volume 2, that it's available at Production Music Live's website. But now, let's get started with the sound design. Let's deactivate the shaper box, and let's get started with this tutorial. So, we're going to get started by just getting a bit of swing over here. And this essentially is going to make the notes play a little bit off tempo compared to what you set over there. Not a major difference, but there's still a difference. Basic CJW. +1 in the octaves. We're going to change the wavetable position. Something like this. More of a sawy kind of feeling. Now we're also going to pick the semitones, put it 5 down. This kind of makes it into a 7th. So we're going to activate. Let's do oscillator B first, because this is going to be an important one in our sound. And you can see why we're doing oscillator B first. Otherwise, you're just playing the 7th of what we're playing. So oscillator B, we're going to choose here an ARP 260. -1. 4th wavetable. And we're going to put the unison to 6. Unison is, we're going to make it a bit more voices, so this makes it stereo. We're going to leave the detune as it is, so the distance between the voices, and this is why it creates the stereo feeling. But we're going to focus here mainly on the mono ones over here on the phase of. You can see that when we put the blend down, it mainly focuses on the center ones. Level a bit down. And for now, let's go back to oscillator number A. Now, oscillator A, we're going to go and throw it a lot down. That's why we focus on oscillator B first. You can see that this is just complementing the sound. We're going to keep the detune as it is. We're going to keep the blend as it is. And we're just going to go and throw a high-pass filter. Something like this. But we're going to do a lot of changes here. We're going to go here and choose a Chaos Lawrence to make this really wobbly. We're going to choose a 1/2. And you have here X and Y. X and Y. So X is going to start over here in the wavetable. Something a little bit like this. Y, we're going to go a little bit less. Now we're going to go into oscillator B again, and we're going to go into the warpy modes of it. We're going to go and choose phase distortion, and we're going to just choose phase distortion from the sub. Phase distortion, we're going to modulate this wavetable based on the wavetable of the sub, not based on the frequency, but based on the wavetable. And we're going to select here assign, put the level all the way down. Not FM, phase distortion. Can you see how it changes the sound? And we're also going to choose here a high pass filter. Something like this. And that's a really good start. Now, LFO number 2. We're going to select here another weird LFO, which is this SNH. We're going to put it as retrig, BPM, and put it over here to 1/16. And we're going to put this -9 over here. So it's random how much of this phase distortion that we have. Now, envelope 1. We're going to put the sustain all the way down. Decay a bit down as well. And you can see how the sound becomes a bit tighter. But we want a bit of release. Something like this. A bit more attack. And that's about it. Now we're going to go into filter number 1. A, B, and C. And we're going to also select here a multi BP12. This is a band pass. We're gonna put this a bit lower. Resonance a bit up. Drive a bit up as well. Maybe less. And you can see that we're gonna push frequency here. We're gonna leave this frequency around here. Now we're gonna do a lot of modulation. And we're gonna get started with envelope 2. We're gonna put this into the cutoff, but just a tiny bit. And we're gonna make this again into a plucky sound. A bit more release. And a bit longer, smaller decay. Something like this, maybe. Now we're also going to go here into level 3 and we're going to select here a free BPM. We're going to put this as a 2 bar, something like this. And this is going to go, the phase is going to go over here, right up to the top. So this starts already up to the top and this modulates a little bit of this. And you can see how the sound sounds really filtered, but we have to go into the velocity as well and change it a little bit. Alt Shift to make it bipolar. So different velocities now are going to play different cutoffs. And in addition, we have to go here and choose a note on discrete, which is a random note based on whenever we press something, this is just going to sound a random value. And we're going to put this here into oscillator A, fine, and just a tiny bit bipolar. Now let's go into the EQs and let's go into the effects section. So we're going to go and start here with an EQ. Just taming a little bit of this low end. Something like this. But I also want to do a boost here. Really focus on the high end. In addition, we're just going to select here a filter, putting it all the way up. It's not going to do much of a change. But it does a change when we boost a bit of the drive here. Now, we're also going to have to include a bit of the delay. Ping pong, to go left and right. 1/4, 1/8, but both dot. And you can see how this is not only going to make it ping pong by using the ping pong, but also by the tempo. A bit more feedback so this delay stays longer. Frequency a bit up as well. And Q a bit down. Just to focus in this high range, but also a bit higher up with this. Now to make this sound a bit bigger, reverb. We're going to use a vintage, which is a different kind of reverb, but just a bit more vintage. Low cut. As it says, it cuts a bit of the low end of the reverb and also a bit of a high cut. Size bigger. And the decay bigger as well. A bit more dampening. And a lot more chorus here. Now we push a bit more. And we also push the level here. This is not only the level of this reverb, it's the level of the overall sound. But we're also going to use a convolve, and a convolve pretty much merges this sound with something else. And we're going to convolve this with another kind of reverb, which is this 80s verb A. But just a tiny bit. And we're going to go here in LFO 6, and we're going to go and do a lot of changes into it. So free 1.5 bars. How? add the dot, and then we have 1.5 bars. And then we throw here 10 plus in the convolve. And 6 less in the reverb. Maybe more. Now we're gonna compress everything together. And in this compression, we're gonna choose multiband. We're gonna do a lot of changes in the sound. We're gonna make it a bit more compressed. We're gonna make this attack really fast so it catches all the transients. And the release, we're gonna make it a little bit smaller. Essentially, after we go down for the threshold, it's still gonna hold the compressor a little bit there. And now we're gonna lower a bit of the high end and boost a lot of the mid-range. But also a little bit less on the low end. And to finish everything, just a mono bass. Now, if you want to make this sound a bit more MIDI, what you can do here is instead of using a high shelf, you can make this into a bell. And if you want to make it louder, we can also boost it over here. Now, if you want to listen to this in context with sidechain, really nice sound that you can find over here in the description below. And it's really cool that if you go into the original preset, you can find all these macros and the mod wheel that essentially just makes your sound a lot more alive, and it allows you to create all these modulations without having to overthink your sound design. You can get over here in the description below. This is Leo Loretti from Abstract Music Lab signing off. Ciao.